Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Hot Toys classic suit Spider-Man. If you do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Jumping right on into this review, guys. Yes, today we are looking at another Hot Toys figure here on the CoolFigurez channel. And as you guys probably know, if you guys have been following the channel, my Hot Toys / 1/6 scale collection has essentially blown up in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And yeah, I'm essentially going to be ending that streak right here with this figure, because that is just an immense amount. 9 figures in 4 weeks. Hot Toys Sideshow, third-party 1/6 scale figures. In fact, it was that one third-party 6 scale Green Menace that actually forced my hand into purchasing this beauty right here, because obviously you can't have a Green Goblin without a Spidey. So I had to pick up a Spidey, and I think this one is the best Spider-Man to pick up in terms of Hot Toys and 1/6 scale. And I know that's probably saying a lot coming from somebody that just got into Hot Toys and stuff, but I will give you guys my reasons as to why this is the premier Spider-Man figure to get. I mean, unless you're going for, like a Tobey Maguire accurate one, then obviously this is not it. But if you're going for like a classic looking Spider-Man, you don't get more classic than this. Aside from that, you get this amazing diorama backdrop piece with it, an extended stand, and of course, Scorpion's tail. So yeah, guys, this Spider-Man just comes so jam-packed with some great accessories as well. There's really only one downside to this Spider-Man, and that is his suit. The fact that it's made out of like a rubbery latex material opposed to like a fabric soft good spandex material. So that is the only real downside to this figure. Other than that, there is really no other downside to it. So why don't we go ahead and start taking a look at all the great stuff that he does come with. So starting off with some extra hand pegs. Thankfully, Hot Toys always includes some extra hand pegs in case something happens to those ones that, come on the figure itself. So the first set of hands that he does come with is a pair of thwip hands. So thwip hands. He is currently using his right one, but here is his left one right here. And the cool thing about these is that you can actually attach, the web shooter to it by this removable piece right here. So you have to take the hand off the peg and you pull from the actual peg hole, and this whole little piece pops off. And what you end up doing is grabbing the included web shooter portion accessory and just plugging it in to those holes on the hand to complete the hand and give you a web shooter right there. And we will actually be returning to this in a sec, so just remember that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next set of hands that he does come with. He does come with a pair of, I guess you would say, relaxed hands right here, because he does also come with a pair of, you can actually describe them as action hands, but also as wall climbing hands. So it really just depends on what kind of angle you want to use. But they do also kind of look like action hands, like you can be stopping Scorpion's tail with it. So yeah, you do get a set of those. You do get a set of pointing fingers. So if you buy a few of these, you can do that classic meme of all 3 Spider-Man pointing at one another. You do also get a pair of fisted hands, of course, because, well, Spidey's a brawler from Queens, New York, so of course he needs a pair of fisted hands to get down. And then you do get a set of unique hands right here that are specific for holding the phone accessory that he does come with, and also the web and newspaper accessory that he does come with this hand and this hand combination. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at those accessories in particular. So he does come with this smartphone with this picture of Dr. Octavius and some stuff on there. I'll be honest, I started the game, guys, and I just never finished it. I just ran out of time, just got super busy. But as you can see, this hand is specifically for holding the phone accessory right here. And then, like I said, you do also get a newspaper accessory, a Daily Bugle newspaper, which is actually really well done. Everything inside is done. You actually even get like an insert piece, which is really cool. I don't know if it opens up. Oh, it does. Oh, shit. So it's like a full-on newspaper. That's pretty damn cool. All this print. you know, it's pretty cool how there's actual print. It's not just all blurry like, you know, a lot of these newspaper accessories will do and stuff. So in order to hold this, you would essentially put it in his hand right here. You know, this hand would hold it right here, and then you would run the paper through the thumb and index on this one, and he would hold it right there. So yeah, super cool that they include that. But next up, he does come with some web accessories. Of course, what would be a Spider-Man figure without some web accessories? So he does come with some basic medium length webbing right here. He gets a pair, so that way you can stick it into both right and left. He does come with this end piece right here, which looks like it's about to, you know, impact. And what you can do is go ahead and attach this piece via the end of this piece right here, and you get this cool accessory right there. So you do also get these shorter bursts of webs that look like more projectiles, as you can see. So you do get 2 of them, so that way you can have them shooting one out of the right and one out of the left. And then you do also get this longer web with the hook right here at the end. And then last but not least, you get that classic Spider-Man webbing right there, where he has it wrapped around his hand like a lasso, and you know, you see that extra webbing just hanging down. So going back to that web shooter hand right here, the cool thing is that all of this stuff does attach to it. I'm trying to find the impact ones. Let me see. They all fell down. Here we go. This will look the best for this. So whoops. All right, guys, so as you can see, it does plug in right there into that web shooter portion. You just unplug it right there, and then plug it in. Who remembers those old plug-in Blade commercials? Plug it in. Well, yeah, that's essentially what you're going to do with the webbing here on the hand. And as you can see, it looks phenomenal. And like I said, you do get that medium length web right here, so that way you can go ahead and insert it right there. And then at the end of this one, you insert to the end of this right here to complete this ultimate web look right here. So that's pretty damn cool, right? So yeah, that basically wraps up all the extra hands and webbing accessories, but he does come with a few other things. Like I said, he does come with the scorpion tail, the diorama, the basic Hot Toys base, and an extended you know, flight base right there. But he does also come with some extra eyes. So since he is wearing a mask, it's kind of hard to give him an extra head. Since he is wearing a mask, it's just easier to switch out the eyes than, you know, include extra head sculpts. I probably would have raised the price to about $350 opposed to $290. So he does come with these squinty eyes, as well as these more neutral eyes, it seems like. So I'll be honest, I've yet to actually do this with this figure, so I kind of am curious as to how it looks. It says to just press right here to release it, but I've been afraid to try this for this reason. I'm just like, I don't want to mess with it and like it breaks, and ooh, I'd be so sad if my Spidey broke, or if I even scratched it. Like, so we do that. Oh, okay. So, okay, I'll run you guys through this right now. Let me just insert the other eye. So what you want to do is you want to press right here, and as you're pressing, go to the corner of the eye and lift up with your finger, not your nail, your finger. So then you can remove that, and then we can go ahead and insert this one. Ooh, that one actually looks pretty cool. Spidey's suspicious of you. You're pretty sus looking right there. That's pretty damn cool. Okay, let's try the next set of eyes. Let's go ahead and do that. Man, once you know how to do this, it's actually quite satisfying and easy. So it was just scary, that initial, you know, removal. It's like, fuck, am I gonna fuck it up? Thankfully, I didn't, and they're magnetic, as you can see in here. So makes it really easy to change. So yeah, this one's actually more of a neutral, it seems like. I kind of like this one a little bit better than the one that it came in packaged with, you know, the ones that you saw first up. Let's see. Let me see if I can remove one here and then place it with this one. Okay, let's see here. Which one looks better, guys? Right or left? Let me know down in the comments below. Which one looks better, right or left? Honestly, now that I'm seeing them side by side, So this one looks like he has a black eye. Maybe it's just because it's not as wide as that one, but that's just me. So let's go ahead and remove this and replace it with the original one so that we're just symmetrical all around. So yeah, that is it in terms of accessories that he does come with. So why don't we go ahead and actually move Spidey out of the box, so that way we don't injure him, destroy him, or cause any kind of damage to him, because like I said, not a cheap figure. Obviously he is a hot toy. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull the base forward so that way we can take a look at this diorama that he does come with. So as you can see, it is a typical New York wall, very well done, and they definitely want you to know that, well, Scorpion is after Spidey. I have to admit, this part is a bit odd. This spider right here that's, you know, painted up as Spider-Man, it just looks kind of out of place. That's just me though. But then you have Scorpion King down here, and then you rotate it and you have this amazing shattered glass effect right here through the plastic, which looks amazing. You have some holes in the building, so that way if you don't want Scorpion's tail to be coming out of that window, it could actually be coming up out of here. And then you have the flight base coming out of here, so you can have Spidey going off. You do get a little AC unit right here. The thickness of this backdrop diorama is about the thickness of a hardcover book, so be aware of that. Unfortunately, mine did come with a little bit of minor damage. Let me push it back a bit. As you can see right up here, it is peeling just a bit, so I'm gonna have to throw some glue on that, and hopefully that will solve the issue. But the cool thing about this diorama is that it's not only a front piece but also a back piece, as you can see. And down here, as you can see, there's even a little wall mount, electrical unit socket thing. So if you really wanted to, you can totally display Spider-Man on this side and work it around so that way Scorpion's tail's coming through inside from outside, opposed to inside to outside. So anyways, that's super cool, and it does come with this really unique two-piece base holder that we'll actually go ahead and take a look at in a sec. I'm actually going to dismantle this whole diorama thing so that way we can take a closer look at all these extra cool things, and also so that I can get it away from my lights, because I have to admit, this is probably the largest piece I have ever had in my review station right here. And so now I'm gonna have to go find that little piece. But before we remove this completely, I just want to take a look at all the amazing detail in this diorama piece. So cool, especially the shattered window. Such a cool piece. Like I said, there's the damage that I do have on mine. These things are removable and they do fold up and they are magnetic, which is nice. But yeah, super cool. So let me go ahead and remove this from here and put it in a safe spot so that way nothing happens to it. And so yeah, like I said, it does come with an extended flight stand. So right here, as you can see, there's actually a connector that you can untwist, and I believe the reason they do it this way is only because the size of the box. They didn't want to extend the box size just specifically for the flight stand, so they made it so that way it just screws in essentially right there. So that's pretty damn cool. But even if you want a shorter one, you can just screw this into the base and use the flight stand / base just at this length as well. So that's super cool. So with that being said, like I said, it does come with this really cool two-piece holder right here for the Scorpion tail and the base. But let's go ahead and free the Scorpion tail by removing this base piece right here from it. So let me see. It's kind of awkward to do because it's such a large, long piece. That's what she said. But it is a very, very cool accessory. Like I said, this was definitely one of the reasons why I decided to go with this Spider-Man, because it just added so much more to it. Like I said, I got the Green Menace, so now I have Scorpion's tail, so now it can at least look like two villains are going after Spider-Man. And as you can see, it is quite lengthy. It is like a bendy wire type of scenario going on here. There's no like actual hinges or joints or anything. You can just bend it, and it actually does hold up its shape, so that is really cool. Until you come up to here, then it is on a ball joint that does rotate right here, and then it does go up and down there. This is pretty sharp, but not too sharp. As you can see, it does wobble. This does tend to pop out quite a bit, but it just slides right on in. So yeah, the detailing and the coloring on this is phenomenal. I absolutely love it, especially the tip right here on the tail. Ooh, I love that neon green. So yeah, super cool to have that, and be able to display Spidey with a villain after him, even if I didn't have the Green Menace. So taking a look at the display stand itself, yeah, it's a display stand. I mean, it's not my favorite, especially with the back diorama that it came with. I really wish it would have maybe just looked like a, rooftop diorama piece, but it is what it is. So with that being said, guys, why don't we go ahead and pull the main guy back into frame so that way we can take a closer look at him now that we've taken a look at everything that he does come with. So let's go ahead and try and get him to stand just for a second, because all I'm trying to really do is put a stand down on the other side. And now that I've done that, we can go ahead and pull him forward and get a closer look. So like I said, the suit is a rubber latex material, unfortunately, so you cannot keep him in certain poses for too long, as it is just posing him for a bit. His suit is already starting to crinkle and wrinkle, and yeah, unfortunately that is the case, but it does look phenomenal. I have to admit, this suit just oozes classic Spider-Man, and the colors, the feel, the textures, guys, so amazing. The texture, literally, you feel the bumps on the suit and stuff like you would on the costume. You can feel the one line that runs down the thigh. You can feel the webbing material on the bodysuit itself. Obviously, the head sculpt itself does change to a hard plastic. However, the change from the soft goods bodysuit to the hard plastic is actually really well done, and it's very hard to notice unless you really look at it too hard. But yeah, the colors are very saturated and bright. The Spider-Man reds are very bright red. The blue is a very light blue, but still somewhat of a dark blue, so it has like that darkness to it, but it's still bright. So yeah, super cool overall. Absolutely love this guy. I mean, look at him. I'm still surprised that I got a Spider-Man and a Goblin before I got a Batman and Joker in 1/6 scale, but hey, sometimes shit happens, and you find some good deals, and it is what it is. So anyways, guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. So he will look all the way to the right, he will look all the way to the left, he will look down that far, he will look up that far. You just have to make sure that the suit goes into the neck, and the neck doesn't just push down into it. So in terms of head tilt, he has some decent head tilt and wobble. His arms will go out to a T pose right there. They will go, let's get him in. They will go forward essentially that far, and then that rubber suit really starts to fight. Right there, it starts to really fight, unfortunately. So it does have its limitations, as cool as it looks, and with it being that rubber latex material, you definitely don't want to be stretching and pushing it too much. But taking a look at his bicep swivel, he does come with bicep swivel. He does come with a butterfly joint. He does come with double hinge, or is it single hinge? Oh shit, it's only a single hinge elbow joint. That's odd. But rotation at the bicep, rotation at the wrist, hinging in and out, up and down, whichever way that ball peg is facing. You do get ever so slight waist rotation, with it being, once again, a latex rubbery suit. Not only do you have to be careful with those twists and turns, but the suit itself also fights you because it knows it does not want to be in those positions for those reasons. So taking a look at his leg articulation. Oh, wait, real quick. He does have an ab crunch, so he can't crunch down ever so slightly there and crunch back ever so slightly back. So as you can hear, they are ratchet joints, which is really cool. So he will kick forward that far. He won't kick back at all. He comes with double hinge knees, and the pants do allow him to go full use of that. Taking a look at his ankles, they will go down that far. They will go up that far. Ball rocker hinge, and no toe articulation. So yeah, all in all, a phenomenal Spider-Man figure, guys. Honestly, like I said, probably only a Tobey Maguire Hot Toys Spider-Man would be able to top this guy, and even then, it would have to be like a new updated version. That's just, I caught him, guys. I caught him. Don't worry. That's just a re-release of the classic Tobey Maguire suit, because if they try and update it for the No Way Home look, I feel like they would fuck it up and make a few changes that shouldn't be there. But that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think of this figure? Do you have him in your collection? Are you trying to get him into your collection? Also, let me know down below, what would you rate this figure? 1 out of 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. And if you've made it this far into the video, type down in the comments below, pictures of Spider-Man. That way I know you made it this far and are enjoying the content. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Have a great fucking day.